Hello everybody, Warrior Fire here, and welcome back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Gold Steel. Last time, we finished up our uh, uh, remaining tasks for the field study, and upon returning to the settlement with last required task, they encountered their truck crashed, and Lisa was able to figure out exactly what happened. She's not exactly able to fix it. Fortunately, there's someone at Zender Gate who should be able to. So, let's go take care of that. Well, quick stop at a few places along the way. Wouldn't hurt. Right. Okay. No changes there. Not enough. Not enough. Okay. What about weapon customization? No. Not all of that. Say we're actually good. Even stop at the trading post. Oh. It's L2 for turbo mode.
Yeah.
Just the dash. Not going to worry about getting into any fights, but if we run into any monsters along the way, so be it.
Yeah.
Alright, just stick with right here. Why not?
We'll have to fight our way through.
Here we go.
Right, you're the first target.
Go.
Uh-huh. Right. Yes. Go.
Here.
It's my
And
turn.
it's down. You're up next.
All right. Go.
It's my turn.
Yep. Wrong one there, Lisa.
Leave it to me. There. Come on.
Nice
My turn.
there, Gaius. Right, finish you off.
I can do this. Now.
Here.
That was pretty impressive, actually.
I owe everything to the winds.
level up for Gaius.
Nice. Yeah.
Right. Now let's get back here.
Whoa.
Here they come. Be careful, everyone. It's my turn.
Ooh. Okay. This is about the water hand fire. Alright, ignore the target for Lisa.
Okay.
Nice.
Now.
Go.
Yeah, go.
Leave it to me. Marcus, activate.
His single target off lead. Needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I go where the wind takes me.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, now let's finish the trek. And in we go. Or was this the wrong area? Yeah. Went completely the wrong way. Oops.
Let's get going. Yeah.
Let's not waste any more time. Not even at the fights.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Oh,
Here they come. Be
Go.
careful, everyone.
alright. You're the first target.
Go. Emma.
Leave it to me. Yeah. I can do this.
Right. Thunderload.
Now.
Here.
Yeah.
And it's out of range.
All right. There. They're open.
I've got you.
Go. Go.
I'll help.
Yeah, I'd say it's worth it.
Flames, gavel on my blade. Strike. Okay, it's safe for now. Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Finish up with fixing that mistake. Okay, now we're in the right area. And again, not gonna worry too much about the fights. But if
Whoa!
end up
Yeah.
running into any,
Whoa! The wind's behind us. Let's
I
go.
guess I was about
Here we
to
go.
check the map too, but oh well. Oh well. Stony Croaker.
Right. Fire! Go!
Here!
Right.
Leave it to me.
Finished off. Ooh, 0 arts. And a big weakness to water. So,
Take this.
keep this free aqua bleed.
It's my turn. Here!
Go.
I can do this. Fire!
It's my turn.
Yeah! Yeah!
And dead.
We should be safe now.
Yeah.
Alright. Click left. Click right. And another click left. Okay, let's
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
get these
All right.
things.
My turn. Go.
Nice.
Understood! Yeah! I can do this. Okay. Yeah!
Oh no, you don't.
Okay, that was weird.
Leave it to me.
There. Go.
Right! It's my turn.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
It's my turn. Yeah!
One more hit will kill you. I'll let Green do the honors.
Go.
All right. There. Throw
open!
I've got you! I can do this. Huh. Yeah! Yeah!
Go! Okay, it's safe for now.
It uses stopped just short of another level.
Yeah!
And here we are, Lake Lacrima. Wow, this lake is beautiful. It really is. You can see the sunlight glimmering on the water. And the air feels so clean, too. This is Lake Lacrima. The hermit lives in that cabin over there. Excellent. We should go see him at once. I get the feeling that Elisa knows who he is.
How beautiful. Yeah, breathtaking.
Okay, no need to go over anywhere
Yeah!
but where we're required to go. Right. And into the cabin we go. Seems like there's someone inside. I suppose it must be the man we came to see then. Huh. Yeah, I'll bet he just came back from fishing. For a hermit, he doesn't seem to want for much. So, what are we going to do? And after entering the cabin, the time of day will advance to evening, and all of the day's field study activities will end. Right? Going to take a moment to review everything. Alright, everything's done, so let's knock on the door. Excuse me, is anyone home? It's open, come on in. Huh? Elisa? Excuse us then. Hey, it's good to see you again, sir. Well, if it isn't Gaius, haven't seen you around for what, half a year now? And little Elisa's here too. I don't think I've seen your face in, must be coming up on 5 years now. Wait, what? Could this be? Grandfather, what are you doing here? Well, I was expecting her father, but... This also makes sense with how Elisa's been reacting. Well, I guess that's one way to be introduced, but let me give you a proper welcome. I'm Gwen Reinford, Elisa's favorite granddad. Pleasure to meet you all, Class 7. Honored to meet you, sir. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Emma Hillstein. Yusa Salbarea. It's an honor. A promising group of young folks, if ever there was. But you've sure done a lot of growing in the last 5 years, Elisa. Or taller. And bigger. Bigger. The trademark of Proton John fan artists everywhere. Wow! Does this old man's heart good to see how easy on the eyes you've become? Grandfather, please. Don't forget about me. What have you been doing out here all this time? Back when you disappeared from Ruhr, I'd never have believed it if someone had told me this is where I'd find you. Do you have any idea how worried I've been? Oh, come now. I send you letters a couple times a year, don't I? And of course, I read all the ones that you give to Sharon, too. Still, have you been here the whole time these past 5 years? Just about. I don't stay year-round, though. I spend about half the year traveling around the continent, seeing friends or visiting the Empire. I see. Mr. Reinford, would you mind if I asked asked you how much you how you know so much about our field study? He does raise an excellent point. It almost seems as though you were expecting us to pay you a visit. Well, it's just a coincidence the truck broke down when it did. But I admit, ever since Harina told me you were coming to the Highlands, I figured I'd see you at some point. You still talk to Mother? Yes, indeed. Though just the bare minimum. That girl's zeal for her work borders on unhealthy. What did I ever do to turn her into such a workaholic? Elisa? Anyway, we're all done with our coffee, so let's head on over to the settlement and have a look at that truck. Just wait outside a bit while I go grab my tools. Oh, actually, I caught a few good-sized trout. Need to take them over to the settlement when you go? Of course. So that's the former chairman of the Reinford Group. I knew of him by name, but he's a far more light-hearted man than I would have guessed. Indeed, he seems very easygoing. You can say what you really think. Are not going to hurt my feelings or anything. Everyone loves him because he's all laid back and approachable, but mostly he's just capricious and irresponsible. And then, 5 years ago, he just... Elisa? Never mind. Let's get going. As soon as he's ready, you're heading back to the settlement. Alright. Let's wait for him by the garage. Yeah. Gaius, should we head back to the settlement? Hey, Gaius, you're on pretty good terms with my grandfather then? Something like that. We've only known him for a couple years, but all of us in the settlement owe him a lot. Myself included. Ah. Okay, we're good to go. You mind if I ride with one of you? Grandfather? You aren't driving? Nah, the engine's been acting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Reen, right? Got room for one more up there? Why did he have to pick Reen? He'd better not be giving him any funny ideas. I'm sure that isn't the case. I'd feel a bit more at ease if you focused more on the reins, though. How's little Sharon doing these days? I heard she had recently started working at your dormitory. That's right. I haven't had too much time to get to know her, but she seems really skilled at what she does. Oh, she is. Very much so. But more importantly, she's a real cutie. She always had that lovely reserved air, but there's a playful side to her too. I wish she'd sign on as my personal maid. That'd be the life. Yeah. But that Emma girl is really nice too. He's got those glasses, that hair you want her to let down. And she's class press material. Yep. Dirty old man. At least he seems to have a bit more under control than Roshi did at first. Come on, you know you agree with me. Well, I can't really say that I disagree with you, but if you don't mind my asking, why did you never tell Elisa that you were here? Tell me, Irene. What kind of a girl do you see her as? Well, I'd say that she's a really hard worker, in a great many respects. Oh, I have no doubt of it. She's good looking, polite, as well-mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent, and that all comes naturally to her. It's not some persona she forces on herself. Yeah, I'm amazed at how effortless she makes it all seem. And yet, she has a habit of trying to resolve anything without relying on anyone else for support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped the notice of a canny young man like yourself. It does feel like that sometimes, yeah. She's kind, and her sense of duty compels her to always see things through. But she always keeps everything bottled up. Like she never wants to let on to anyone that she needs help with a problem. I'm Elisa, R, from Ruhr. It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that. I have a feeling the relations between her mother and I caused her to end up that way. Or, to be more specific, the conflict between the two of us. That's why I didn't tell her where I was. But I'll leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure that once the two of you are a bit closer, she'll tell you on her own. A bit closer? I have a feeling there's a critical misunderstanding going on here. Oh, is that so? I thought there was a little something going on between you two after seeing your name come up in one of her letters. Well, we did have that unfortunate accident back at the start of the year. But that's all it was. He eventually got it sorted out and nothing's really happened since. An accident, eh? Did you accidentally collide with her on your way to school, causing her to drop the toast she held between her lips? And as the dust cleared, did the two of you find yourselves sprawled on the ground in an unlikely yet heart-racing position? That's a really oddly specific question. And I don't know what kind of a heart-racing position you're... So, something really did happen, didn't it? Now, just tell one here all about it, on every last juicy detail. Grandfather, please! I agree, Elisa.
Hey, isn't that... Ooh, it's those military academy students. I wonder what they're doing all the way out here. Oh well. Looks like things are gonna start getting interesting. Okay, let's get this mission started! Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
Huh. That night, the people of the settlement held a banquet at the elder's house for us, Gwyn and Norton. I don't know what we'd do without you, Gwyn. Here's to you, my friend. And to you. Come on, Lacken. This booze isn't going to drink itself. Yes, yes. I can still hardly believe it. Finding the famous Gwyn Reinford out in the sticks like this. You know him, then? Of course. He seized on the opportunities of the Orbital Revolution to make Reinford the industrial powerhouse it is today. And it's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over. The Reinford company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their name on firearms and such. They underwent a massive expansion of their lineup and started working on orbital weapons and railway projects. I suppose that's what it must have looked like to the nobility. But the company does business all across the continent, not just domestically. It has a refreshingly international outlook for an Erebonian businessman. I see. I knew he was a keen man, but I didn't realize he was that famous. The real mystery is why someone would walk away from that in the first place. Some people say he got ill and had no choice but to stand down. But, look at him now. It's the picture of health. So maybe there's some truth to that old rumor after all. Oh? What do you mean? Just something I heard a long time ago. No real proof of it, and we at the Imperial Chronicle aren't in the business of printing baseless speculation. Elisa? Think my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I'm going to go out and get a little fresh air, okay? Alright. Elisa? Rain, Elisa's going out to get some fresh air. You mind going and keeping her company? Not at all. But why me? We're the class president and all. You'd make for better company. No, trust me. I think you're definitely the best man for the job. Well, if you say so. Alright, I'll be back in a little while then.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
Wow, what do you look at that view? Amazing, isn't it, Elisa? It's so pretty. Come on, you two. You need to get moving. You're running behind a schedule. Oh, now, let them have their fun. It's not often you have a day off like this. Why not trying to relax for once?
Elisa?
Oh, Rain. Well, what are you doing out here? Did you eat too much?
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes. You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be Whoa! Sorry about that.
See? What did I tell you? We've been riding all day. I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a horse really takes it out of you.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey, Elisa. Look up at the sky.
Huh? Oh, wow.
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
You're right. My father was a technician. 8 years ago, he passed away. My family was never really the same after that. Mother was director of the company back then. She focused all of her energy on making the Rhineford group even bigger. She used to treasure our family, but after that, it's like she could barely spare a thought for us.
Oh. She did seem like a talented businesswoman when we met her. Well, more than talented to run the Rhineford group.
What you saw in River Station was just a watered-down version of her normal intensity. We'd be able to have dinner together maybe once every 3 months, and that's being generous. But at least I wasn't alone. Grandfather and Sharon were always there for me.
That's how it was, huh? I guess you've known Sharon for a long time then.
Yeah, my mother hired her about 7 years ago. Being a Rhineford and all, I never had many people I could really call friends when I was young. The nobles looked down on me, of course, but the common people treated me like I was different from them, too. At least with my grandfather and Sharon around, I never felt totally alone. Grandfather introduced me to all kinds of different hobbies, like horseback riding and playing the violin. Sharon taught me self-defense and archery, and all the high society etiquette expected of a lady. Meanwhile, my mother kept expanding the company completely against the wishes of my grandfather, the chairman.
I see. Though, hasn't Rhineford always been a big industrial company?
Kind of, yeah. Even back then, they took on projects in all fields, from steel mills to railway construction to guns and tanks. It's not surprising there are people out there who like to call the company a merchant of death. I can't say I completely agree with that side of the company, but I've never felt embarrassed or ashamed about it. But a few years ago, the Rhineford Group finally went too far.
What do you mean?
Those 2 railway guns set up in Gorelia Fortress on the eastern edge of the Empire? You know about those, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them. They're supposed to have the longest range of any orbital cannon in the world.
I've only seen their spec sheets, but the destruction they're capable of is terrifying. Erebonia's still fighting with Calvert over Crossbell, and those guns are capable of targeting any point in Crossbell State. In just a couple hours, they could wipe Crossbell City and its 500,000 citizens off the map.
No way. That's way beyond being a weapon of war. More like an instrument of massacre.
I couldn't agree more. And neither could my grandfather, who supervised their construction. Even though my mother was the one who signed off on the project, my grandfather regretted it like the decision was his. As he was hesitating over whether to hand them over to the Imperial Army, my mother betrayed him.
What?
She went behind his back and secured the support of all of Rhineford's major shareholders. Everyone from Ruhr's ruling lord Marquis Ragnar to the top brass of the Imperial Army was on her side. In the face of such overwhelming pressure from all sides, my grandfather was forced to capitulate. He stepped down as chairman, and my mother wasted no time taking his place. That's when my grandfather decided to leave the company entirely, and me. I thought I'd at least have Sharon on my side, but she just did whatever my mother told her to do. It's been 5 years since then already.
Oh. I think I get it now. Why she gets under your skin, I mean. It's not so much what your mother did, but how it ended up tearing your family apart.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my mother would betray her own father. I couldn't believe grandfather would take it without fighting back. I couldn't believe Sharon, who'd always supported me, watched it all happen without a word of protest. It really drove it home to me. How big the Rhineford Group was now, and how small I was. I hated realizing it had become so large that corporate interests were stronger than family ties. Looking back, I guess that's when I decided I'd leave home and enroll in the academy. Even when I ran, I couldn't go far enough to escape my mother's shadow, or the Rhineford name. Then I come here and find my grandfather happily enjoying a whole new life without a care in the world. When I stepped outside, I was feeling so lost, so frustrated, wondering what I'd been doing all this time. But it's kind of strange, you know? I look up at the stars and it feels like I can escape the gravity of everything. I think I'm finally starting to understand. why my grandfather chose to leave it all behind and move out here in the first place.
You really are strong, Elisa. Stronger than you realize. You were finally ready to talk about it, about your family and the company and everything. So maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Maybe you're right. But I don't think I would have been able to if I hadn't enrolled at the academy. Meeting everyone in Class 7, the lacrosse club, you... I'm a better person for it. Your support has already made a difference. So, thanks. Thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
Anytime. Though, truth be told, I came to check on you because Emma asked me to. Sorry to ruin the moment.
I thought that might be the case. Oh well, there's always next time. It's kind of strange to hear you tell me I'm strong, because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader, someone we can count on to keep us on track.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down. Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go, especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Keldic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself. But sometimes, I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away. From my family, from myself.
Oh. Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Reen. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right? Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face. Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
All right, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out in my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thoris was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7. And now, all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world. So... Wait, all of us?
You two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
No way! How long have you been listening?
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Stop! Reen, he was the one who said it first. I was just repeating it back to him.
Oh, Lisa, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
How did I end up in the middle of this anyway? Fine, if that's how you want to play it. None of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
What? I don't...
You wish.
Seems like you did well.
Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, Guys?
Hmm?
This is a really beautiful place.
Yeah, ain't it?
And just like that, Elisa, I used that's craft a Rosetta arrow.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you.
Hey, rank B2, quartz ingenuity. Right, another 18 AP to rank B1.
Keep up the good work.
Okay. Oh, 255 hours. Shift's almost over. No sign of anything suspicious. Or anything at all, really. I do even do this every day. You do know what the point of having a sentry is, right? Oh hey, you're early. But come on now. Gotta get where I'm coming from, at least a little. I could understand if we were posted near Crossbell, but who's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks? You never know, right? Perhaps the fact that you'd never expected would make it the perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Vander says we need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do. The Lieutenant General's a great man, yeah. But what are those big shots from the 3rd Armored Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? You think that rumor's true? That he got posted here because he would help the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Watch what you say. That kind of idle gossiping is how rumors get wings. I'm fine. Such a killjoy. Anyway, you got things covered here? I want to go get some sleep. Got a few minutes left on my shift, but hey, you're here, and hey, who's counting? Honestly. Wait, what was that? Huh? What the? What happened? Did they just get shelled? Who had the order to attack? No one. I've heard nothing of the sort. Sendergate needs to know about the... What the? No way. Oh! An enemy attack! Where is it coming from? No. Oh, idiots. Well, that's not good. Definitely gonna save. And let's continue. Ah, that was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm as surprised we're still able to pack away this much food. Oh, you're all growing boys and girls, so heat up. Riding takes a lot of energy, so I'd say eating it like this is normal after a day out on the plains. Would anyone like it more? I should probably refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows? We might need something to haul on while we're out there today. Okay. Let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Ah, thanks. You really are too kind. You're our guests. What kind of hosts would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of tasks you'll be attending to today. Third set of tasks. Right. Only one, and it's optional. The North Monster. A large unknown monster has been seen around the northern part of the islands. It must be exterminated at all costs. Monster details unknown. Location southwest area of the northern highlands near a cliff edge. Okay. I figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Feel free to take advantage of that extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Understood. Thank you again for everything. You want to spend some more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? It sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. Lynn stayed in the Elder's home yesterday, right? I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. He'd have no objections to completing this morning's task without you if you wish to spend more time with him. But... Locken, are you there? Elder? Yes, I'm here. Oh, good morning. Grandfather. Orda? Morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zender Gate just a short while ago. Say the Imperial Watchtower, the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. Sorry about that. It's random sneezes can be extremely annoying. What? Sounds like it all happened in the middle of the night. And that's not the last of it either. The Republican Army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. Airborne Armored Division being sent out first as always, I see. I suppose it's only a matter of time before they give the order to the Armored Regiments too. Lieutenant General, confirmed the deaths of 2 of the guards. Further 3 have sustained serious injuries, but we've been able to stabilize their condition. I see. Have the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Zender Gate. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. The same goes for you, Gaius. I assume that you'll be heading to Zender Gate to learn more about the current situation from Lieutenant General Vander. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thor's military academy. I will. Will you be staying here, Grandfather? I will. I can use the truck after all. And since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright, please take care of it yourself. I'm sorry, Elder Lucken. I feel terrible that I can't help you when you need it most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us. May the blessings of the winds and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. We must make for Zender Gate at once. Indeed, need to find out as much as we can about what happened. And the northern reaches of the Nord Highlands are temporarily inaccessible. Right. The one quest that we have, we can't do right now. Right. Well, let's ask about the monster anyway. Excuse me, Lucken. We'd like to ask some questions about the monster you want us to exterminate. Sure, ask away. Well, it's not a required task. It can't hurt to know more about it just in case. In that case, we would like to know about the monster itself. Based on the request, It's a type of monster no one's ever seen before. Yes, I can confirm that as of this morning. Just its figure alone is a mystery. But I saw there was no ordinary monster, but a giant made of stone. A giant made of stone? Sounds remarkably similar to the golems from old fairy tales. You have legends of such a creature as well. And now that you mention it, that monster was strikingly similar to what's described in those stories. That's just bizarre. I've got a bad feeling about this. Me too. Should probably get rid of it quickly before anything happens. That's exactly why I decided to assign you this task. If you're going after it, head over to the southwestern area of the island's northern region. However, keep in mind that there's no need to force yourselves should it prove to be more dangerous than anticipated. Got it. Thanks for the information, Dad. Either way, we should go and get a look at it ourselves, at least. We can decide what to do after that. Be careful out there. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. Right, we still can't go out that way. Gotta make use of this real quick. Oop. Alright. Any slots? No. Able to? No. Alright. For real this time, it's off to AIRDATE. I'm really sorry to put you guys up to this. You already helped me out more than enough yesterday. No problem, don't sweat it. This must be the kind of breaking news every press photographer dreams of being on the scene for. Still, it bothers me. How's it possible that both the Imperial and Republican bases were attacked at the same time? You think one attacked first and the other swiftly retaliated? No time to think about that right now. We need to hurry. Need to get to AIRDATE as fast as we can. Right, whoa, don't ride too roughly.
Yeah.
Right. Let's way there. Also get into some battles, build up some CP.
Go. Go.
I'll help. It's my turn. Fire! Go!
Here! It's my turn. There!
Right, one down. And this one's able to crit.
Go. Go.
I'll help. It's my turn.
Yep.
Fire! Now!
Here! Alright. There!
It's my turn. Yeah.
Hey, good.
Go.
Didn't miss.
Go!
I'll help.
You're done!
And ring with a finishing blow.
Are you hurt, Emma?
Actually, it was fun.
There's that level up for Usus.
A matter of course.
And craft a noble command. Extra large area affects itself. Based around himself. Either way, strength, heart strength, and speed of 25%. Well, had guys in the party the whole time. And Lisa did just learn gain access to her S-craft. So, I don't want to see what it can do. So, Usus, you're up.
Yeah!
We have the advantage.
My
Just got into it. Here we go.
Right. Go. Use it.
All right. Very well.
Finish it off.
Okay.
My turn!
I can do this.
Go.
There!
My turn.
It's my turn.
Down.
My turn!
Right. Fire. Go.
There!
And Usus gets the kill.
You kept up rather well.
Underestimate me and I'll keep surprising you.
Yeah!
Whoa!
Now's our chance.
My turn!
Great. Well, let's for the usual strata.
I'll help. I can do this.
Very well.
It's my turn. Here.
Phew.
Are you all right?
Thanks! Go!
Great. That's the problem.
I can do this.
My turn.
Okay. Here. Now.
Should have gone for the rush.
Sorry.
Here we go!
Oh, let's go and finish you off.
I can do this.
My turn.
were.
Very well.
Huh. Isn't it? His attack rate.
Now, Elise.
Okay.
It's my turn. Here! Now!
Here we go!
It's my turn.
Right.
I'll handle this.
And
How pathetic.
good for battles. Good. Emma's Raj Master Quartz reached level 3. Nice. Silver Thorn. 15 EP for every kill. Ew. 25% chance to evade magic attacks, and can counter evaded magic. Yeah, that's definitely going to be helpful. Alright. All set. Right. Avoid you.
Those are armored cars from the Imperial Army.
Damn, this isn't looking good.
Looks like the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. And it appears they're preparing for deployment. Thanks, everyone. Let me go see if I can get permission to start taking photographs. Or, I wonder where Lieutenant General Vander could be. We need to find him so he can tell us what's going on here. I suspected he might show up. Lieutenant General, did you have some business to attend to elsewhere, sir? I thought I'd conduct another sweep of the area as a precaution. But never mind that now. You came at the perfect time. The freight train bound for Ruhr departs 30 minutes from now. I want you all on board that train. Finish up your field study as quickly as you can and return to the academy. What? But, sir... While things ultimately depend on the actions of the Republican Army, the bottom line is that we may be mere hours away from an armed conflict with the Calvert Republic. I've already informed everyone in the settlement. Did they not relay the message to you? Be that as it may. Can't just turn tail and pretend that none of this is happening. Lieutenant General, have you established which side attacked first? Gaius, that's the central question here. It's still under investigation. You have my assurance that the Imperial Army did not attack. We did not make the first move, nor have we retaliated. However, our army's watchtower was destroyed, and several guards lost their lives. As the officer in charge of Zender Gate, I have a duty to act. So there really were fatalities. It's presumed, for the sake of argument, that the damage sustained by the Republican Army's base was in fact a deliberate sabotage by their own forces. How bad was the damage? Several of their facilities suffered major structural damage. Their losses appear to be, at minimum, equal to ours. Honestly, I'd estimate them to be far greater. But if they suffered even more damage than we did, that doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid we've long since passed the point where usually discussing our possibilities was an option. I will do all we can to avoid a full-scale war, but we're prepared for the possibility of armed conflict. And I suspect they are as well. But that just seems so wrong. If that's your opinion, Lieutenant General, will you at least allow me the chance to investigate what happened on my own? Gaius, investigate on your own? As I'm sure you're aware, I know the Highlands like the back of my hand. And when someone attempts to threaten the peace of my homeland, I won't rest until I've unearthed the truth behind what's happening. You're serious. We'll do everything we can to help you. I think this falls within the scope of our field study, too. No, wait. This is the people of Nord's problem. There's no reason for you all to stay here and risk getting caught in the crossfire. A classmate and friend is staying behind. Isn't that reason enough? I am a son of the House of Halberea. I would never disgrace the honor of my family name by fleeing in the face of danger. Besides, it seems like your people have done a lot for my grandfather. Gaius, do you remember what you said to us back at Heimdall Station? Most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. It appears you've lost this one, Gaius. Lieutenant General, It's currently 10:05. I will permit you until 12:30 to conduct your investigation. I will do everything in my power to postpone any potential conflict until at least then. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And we haven't a moment to waste. You should begin by visiting the watchtower that was attacked. That sounds like a good place to start.
Thank you. Really, I appreciate it more than you know.
It's no big deal, honestly.
I agree with Elisa. We're classmates after all. And more than that, we're friends.
Well, this is clearly of great importance to you.
I know you want to protect your people, but that's not the only reason you're doing this, is it?
You got me. It ties back into why I accepted the Lieutenant General's recommendation and entered the Academy too. I'm sure each of you feels the same about your own homes, but I love this land with all my heart. The wind racing across the highlands, the vast mountain peaks, the clear blue of the sky, the breathtaking beauty of the rising sun, the melancholy of the sunset, the twinkling of the stars in the twilight. I love everything about this land of Nord. It's part of who I am.
Wow. I guess it hadn't sunk in how much Nord means to you.
I'm certainly attached to Ruhr, but
I can't think of anyone else who would state their love for their homeland so poetically.
If you love it so much, why did you leave it behind? If you truly love Nord, if Nord is such a part of you, what is it that drove you to enroll in a military academy in a foreign land so far away?
I'm not surprised you'd find it strange. To be honest, I'm still not totally sure what compelled me to do it. Back when I was a kid, the Republican Army built a base in the Eastern Plains, and the Imperial Army responded in kind with their watchtower. It's made me more uneasy with every passing year. Years ago, a traveling priest from the Septian Church taught me all about the history of the continent. One thing that stood out to me was just how many lives had been lost during the conflicts between the major powers. Another major theme was just how profound of an impact the Orbital Revolution had on people's lives. Even the concepts of time and distance have changed so much. In effect, the Orbital Revolution shrunk the world. It made me realize a sad truth, one that kind of scares me even now. That there was no guarantee my homeland could stay at peace forever. That one day, it might be drawn into outsiders' conflicts and be occupied and redistricted into oblivion.
I can't believe you were thinking about such weighty things even as a kid.
So then, you joined the Academy in order to learn more about the outside world that posed a threat to your homeland?
Yeah, something along those lines. When I realized how afraid I was, I knew I couldn't close my eyes. I wanted to do something, anything, to protect this land. As luck would have it, I met the Lieutenant General. He's the one who told me about Thor's military academy. One thing led to another, he offered me a recommendation, and before I knew it, I took him up on his offer. So there I was, green as grass, heading off to study abroad despite having no clue what life in the Empire was like. Thinking back on how it all came together, what you said is probably what I was thinking back then.
Honestly, I've yet to hear a student offer a more galvanizing reason than yours for enrolling at the Academy.
I have to agree. I don't know too many people who love their home so much that they'd leave it behind to find a way to protect it.
It's not a sentiment I can imagine many Erebonians feeling, that's for sure. But I think I finally understand.
Elisa?
Well, just an idle thought. But having heard Gaius pour his heart out to us, there's no way we can just walk away from this. Not after the people of Nord gave us such a warm welcome and treated us like family.
Indeed, I couldn't have asked for more.
Agreed. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here and stop Ward from breaking out.
Nord may not be our home, but it's still an important neighbor. I'll do what I can to aid you.
Thanks, all of you. Really, thank you.
You can see shell damage everywhere. It's even worse than I'd feared. They've confirmed casualties too. I didn't think I'd ever have to see anything like this. As students at a military academy, things like this are always within the realm of possibility. Although I hardly expected my first sight of such a devastation to be the spark that ignites war with Calvard. This may be too much for students like us to handle. No. We've all been in situations that looked impossible before, haven't we? And every time, we've come through. We just have to stay calm and think. I'm sure we can do something here, too. Alright. True. Should focus on doing what we can. Whatever we decide to do, we need to get a better grasp of the situation. Yeah, let's find who's in charge and get their permission to start an investigation. I see. The Lieutenant General Vander has given you his permission. I see no reason to refuse. Thank you. However, I want to make it clear that armed conflict with Calvard could begin at any moment. got our hands full staying on guard for any potential threat from the east. I'll permit you to speak with the soldiers here, but don't get in the way of them doing their duties. Understood. Okay, let's get started. We should start by speaking with the soldiers and assessing the damage. That seems wise. When we've gathered all the information we need, we can start piecing it together. Right, let's go. Ugh. Alright. Here, got 4 quest markers. Yeah, the trick is gonna be if it just what exactly this is going to have for us. Alright, let's start right here. Huh? Is this? What's up, Elisa? Is there something unusual about that scrap of metal? I knew it. This is a mortar shell manufactured by the Reinford Company. Are you sure? Yeah, I've seen them before on the assembly line. There are only a couple models capable of firing this kind of shell. I would suggest that the mortar used to fire it was also made by the Reinford Company. If we assume that's true, it seems much less likely that the Republic was responsible. True. Why would the Republican Army use a weapon made in the Empire? It doesn't make much sense to me. Even if we account for deception, it seems unlikely that Calvert would go this far to conceal their involvement. Though considering the stakes, we can't entirely rule out the possibility. Still, this might prove to be an important clue to solving this mystery. Right. And this soldier. Hey, that survived. Oh. Roan, why did you go and die on me? That seems pretty down. Can't say I don't understand how he feels, though. It was right when the shifts changed. Roan came out to relieve me, and I was chattering away with him, like always. That's when the first shell hit us. Must have been around 3 in the morning. So it started around 3 then. Right in the middle of the night. I was on lookout. I should have noticed something was off. But that explosion completely took me by surprise. It's so sure nothing would ever happen out here that when something actually did, I was totally useless. I just paid a bit more attention. If I'd been a better soldier, Luna still might still be with us now. It's not your fault. None of us could have predicted that something like this would happen. You can hardly blame yourself for a lack of vigilance after being stationed in a peaceful area like this for so long. They attacked in the dead of night, knowing your guard would be down. Wonder if it really was the Republican Army's doing after all. We need more information before we can say for sure. No, I don't think it was them. There was something else that happened before we came under attack. We heard an explosion coming from the Republican Army's base. When we looked, we saw smoke pouring from it. What? He knew that both bases were attacked. But did both attacks really happen around the same time? If that's so, it's unlikely that either army was responsible. Who is responsible then? He should keep this in mind as we piece things together. Right, well, right here. This is awful. It really is. Looks like they got hit hard. And to think there were casualties. You know the Imperial Army isn't going to sit and twiddle their thumbs after suffering an attack like this. They have their image to uphold after all. Hey, looks like most of the damage is concentrated on the south side of the building. Think whoever carried out the attack could have done it from the Highlands. It seems very likely. But where on the plains could they launch an attack like that from? Well, the Highlands are incredibly vast. We'd need some kind of a clue to even know where to start looking. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find something out here that'll point us in the right direction. Right, and a named soldier. How's the situation with the Republican Army? Looks like they're really hustling over there. I've confirmed a number of armored vehicles entering and exiting the area. You've heard their base got hit pretty badly too. And even from over here, it sure looks that way. The Lieutenant General said that the Republican Army got hit at least as hard as the Watchtower, if not harder. But we believe they were responsible for that as well. He needed an excuse to attack us, and that looks like one. Do you really think it's true? That much damage seems awfully excessive. They probably just got overzealous with the explosives. Doesn't make much of a difference either way. If they're brazen enough to attack us, we'll blow them back across the border. The soldiers here all seem to have their doubts, but without any hard evidence, you're not going to be able to convince them of anything. You should reconsider the possibility that this was a deliberate act of sabotage by Calvard's forces. I think that's all the info we can gather here. I think so too. Now, we need to analyze what we've learned. First, we should establish a good picture of what was happening when the attack occurred. That seems like the best place to start. So, first of all, what time did the actual attack on the Watchtower happen? 1 and 2 a.m. are both too early. The shift change was supposed to happen at 3 a.m. And they were talking between 2:55 a.m. and 3 a.m. Did have little time pop up, and Zats called out the time out loud, so we have a extra info. Like that the attack took place at 3 a.m. It was 3 a.m. Yes, that's what the guard told us. But that wasn't all that was going on then. That's right. The Republican Army's base also came under attack. And according to the Lieutenant General, they suffered even greater damage than what happened here. I think we can safely discount the possibility that the Republican Army bombed their own forces then. But there's no evidence that the Imperial Army had launched an attack either. All we know is that both attacks happened, and both sides took heavy damage. However, as Lisa said, we have no evidence to suggest that either side was responsible. If we accept that as a fact, most likely scenario is that the responsibility lies with another party entirely. So, you think the third party is working behind the scenes to provoke both countries into starting a war? Tensions between the Empire and the Republic are always high, but compared to other areas of similar political value, the Nord Highlands have always been peaceful. I can conceive of no reason either country would have decided to break that peace last night. I agree. If anything, it seems that the negatives would outweigh the positives for both parties. If this were Crossbell, it might be a different story, but here? Now that you mention it, we found something else odd about the attack on the watchtower, didn't we? Something that seems to point to a third party's involvement. Something else odd about the attack on the watchtower. I'll bet she's referring to this. The weapon that was used. We're talking about the mortars used for the attack, right? Exactly. It looks like the orbital mortars they used in the attack were an old Reinford model. And I, for one, find it pretty unlikely that the Republican Army is packing Erebonian-made weapons. Indeed, they have little reason to be, considering the Republic has its own major orbital technology manufacturer. The Verne Company, as I recall. Yeah, the Verne Company is responsible for manufacturing most of the arms used by the Republican Army. And there's the fact that the mortar used here is old. The Imperial Army hasn't used this model for years. I've heard that military surplus sometimes makes its way onto the black market and ends up in the hands of mercenaries. Knowing that, it seems unlikely that either army chose to use it to cover their tracks. Quite. However, there is a far more pressing question we need to answer. What do you mean? I know where you're going. You need to know where the attack was launched from in the first place. That's going to be difficult to work out. But without that vital detail, all our speculation thus far is for naught. If we intend to avert a war, we need more than speculation. We need conclusive evidence. Agreed. But the Highlands are far too vast to just strike out searching blindly. Especially with the Lieutenant General's deadline rapidly approaching. Actually, he may not have to start our search blind. If Elisa and Gaius will lend me a hand, I may be able to help. Huh? What do you have in mind? If I can factor the location of the damage together with the speed and trajectory of the mortar shells, and then take into account the Highlands' winds, I may be able to estimate the area from which the mortar was fired, or potentially anyway. Are you serious? It sounds easier said than done. I'll do what I can. are you familiar with the specifics of the shell that was used? I think so. It's an old model, but I should be able to give you some rough data. That should be plenty. Anyway, let's have another look at those damaged areas and start our calculations. Please come with me, everyone. Right. And AP increased by 1. Alright, I think I've calculated a rough location. I believe the mortar was fired from a location to the south of here. Using the map as a reference point, that means it was likely launched from somewhere in this area. And according to my calculations, the launch site shouldn't be too far from here. Wow, can't believe you managed to work that out. That's well beyond the level of mathematics we cover in class. I'll enjoy watching Regnitz really sweat it out trying to best you on our next midterm. Just a little apply to physics. I couldn't have done it without Elisa and Gaius' help. It looks like we've got a nice big piece of the puzzle right in our hands. Sure seems like it. Let's take off and start looking. Right. And Rena and the others reported their findings to the soldier in charge and asked him to relay the intel to Xander Gate. Afterward, they set out on horseback to begin their search. Sly Fox here and Sandman, thank you for the raid. And Trev Punk, thank you for the follow. Hey. So, how was Donkey Kong 64? It's 50 followers now, yeah. Now I just need the average viewers and finally get affiliate. DK64 was great for all of us. Very nice. It's been a really long time since I've actually been able to play that game. Not since Sold Art N64. As long as a DK64 meme word. Oh, that sounds a bit amazing and terrifying at the same time. Is that 11 followers and Sly's finishing up at DK64 next time? Yeah, nice. Act that going for 101%. It's 22 moderator swords. Don't be surprised if it modded yourself. Now I have 23. Oh. Yep. No. Definitely have to wait and see it. But never know. Alright, let's start looking for where the mortar was actually fired from. If what Emma calculated is correct, it should have been fired from a point south of the watchtower. And most likely from a point that's easy to overlook, so that it's not found out. Let's see if we can find anywhere that fits that description. Well, likely you'd need to rely on the map to help us. I wonder if the culprit could still be there. And slowly making my way to 2-1 followers with my means. Oh, wow. Regardless, we should see what we can find. Alright. That little spot right there. Need to go to. He is the Lord Chunky Kong, and yes, Travis never streamed before and got 101 Twitch followers. And now 111. Right. Alright. Down to that point, but if we get to the North Highlands, yeah, better to focus on this story objective here. Family of streamers is here, by the way. Yeah. Done DK6 401%. No, I have not. Haven't even beaten Donkey Kong 64. If he streams DK64, he will get lots of followers. Raise the bars. Hi there, Sly. Don't even have any way of actually it. No, got tons of followers from it. Oh wow. Never underestimate the power of it. DK64 means Henry. Also, don't underestimate the power of one-winged Kong. And Chunky Kong Trev. Yeah. Hey, calculations, right? There's no chance that the mortar was fired from this direction. Let's turn back and look elsewhere. Yep. Alright. to the south. There we go. You part of the Trevcon crew. Is trying to get his certificate of being a DK64 Trevcon member and become a DK Junior. I. I do have a commands for night, but not quite like that one. Hey, over there. You found something? What's a rope ladder doing all the way up there? Can hardly believe its presence here to be a mere chance. Do the people of Norda use this area for anything? Not that I've ever known of. This just got that much more suspicious then. Travis, especially a special command, Mimi one indeed. Oh. We did see it. Action. Nothing we can really do about it here. Perhaps the mortar was fired from somewhere up here? It definitely seems worth a look. I'm just not sure how we're going to get up there. Can't reach that rope ladder from down here. I see no way to climb up the cliff face itself either. If you have any suggestions, now would be a fine time. I believe I have an idea. What if we were to make use of Lisa's horrible bow? My bow? How? Well, if you were trying to hit the cord that's tying the rope ladder, perhaps it would unroll itself, allowing us to climb up. I'm glad you think I'm that good of a shot. I really don't see it working. This guy's... you want to... I'll have to edit a DK64 LP. Oh, we'll see. It's on DK64 is on a Wii U eShop, so all I needed to do is get a Wii U. Able to get to a GameStop, that might be able to happen. It was just a thought. Well, it's not like we have any better ideas. Why not give it a try? True enough, and time is one resource we don't have much of right now. Searching for some manner of tool to pull it down would cost us precious time as well. I can't really argue with that. Alright, here goes nothing. There! Wait, what? It actually worked! You seem to have the makings of a great hunter. It seems this is a day for lucky shots. I'll have to start calling her Quick Draw Lisa. Was I just imagining things, or did that arrow glow for a second? Well, now that we can reach the ladder, why don't we have it like on top of the cliff? Yeah, let's see what's up there. And up we go. And huge spot on the map. There. Exactly the smoking gun we were looking for, too. Well, well. The theme is peaceful but great. Yep, it is. Oh well. Old orbital mortars. All Reinford models too. And it looks like they've been used recently. So this is where they were hiding them. I can see why they chose this place. Who would think to look here? They must have fled the area after firing them last night, leaving the launchers where they were. But unfortunately, these alone do not furnish enough evidence to avert the war. Alright, unfortunately. If we had just had a bit more evidence. Still, this is a solid step forward for our investigation. Perhaps we should return to Zender Gate and let the Lieutenant General know? That sounds like a good idea. Alright, let's go report. Right, and it's on the marker. Not gonna be getting very far. There. Isn't that... It's that flying object we saw fleeing from Orc's fort near Arayahard. There's no mistaking something that strange, and it looks like it's carrying something. Can't be a coincidence that they'd show up now, of all times. They're heading northwest, and we're going after them. Right. Settle up. Chase and find the floating silver object before time runs out.
Yeah! We can't let them get away!
Right. We need to overtake them.
I have an idea.
Crap, they're fast.
Just don't lose sight of them.
Nope, not gonna work.
Yeah!
There they are. Heading up to the stone circle. Think you lost sight? Well, fortunately, that's what the map is for, and it's like there, they're at the circle.
Did they touch down near the stone circle?
There's no escape for them now.
Eh. Yep. Have to make sure of that. I definitely saw them land around here. I can sense someone up ahead. Really? Yeah. I'm betting it's that thing we're chasing. So our quarry is finally within reach. I think it was carrying a young girl. Well, we'll find out what we're dealing with soon enough. Yeah, AP increased by 1. There they are. She really does look like a child. What is that silver construct with her? Save the speculation for later. We need to capture them before they escape.
I think that about covers everything. Now, what to do? It'd be easy enough to overpower them, but there's a good chance some of them would get away. But just killing them all seems really cruel, too.
Halt! Stay where you are!
Ooh, it's the military academy students.
She knows about us?
How?
Just who are you?
And what's that thing beside you?
So, who are you? Were you involved with the attacks on the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base?
We'd rather not accuse you of a crime you didn't commit. But can you at least tell us who you are and what you're doing here?
Aw, how did I end up being the bad guy? This is gonna make things a bit sticky. Oh, I know what I can do! Everything will go hunky-dory if you guys help me out.
What?
What are you talking about?
But first, I hope you won't mind if I give you a little test, just to be sure you're up to the challenge.
Is that a challenge?
Eh.
I'm Milliam Orion. And this is AIRDATE, but you can just call him Lammy for short. Okay, let's get started! Let's get started!
It's my turn.
Oh, count as 1 target. %, chance mute. Quite the resistance. Not quite immune, but let's do it.
This is my secret weapon! Charging orbital energy! Ujana arrow! Ah!
My turn.
Ooh. Okay, saving the other Hess crafts for later.
Ah! Get him! Sorry. Ah!
Go!
Right back
Oh,
at you. It's my turn.
Yeah,
Arcus
for a Tira.
activate. Yeah.
Thanks!
My turn.
My turn!
Get him! Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Go!
Still has a ton of HP.
Get him! Sorry.
And Eustace is
It's
down.
my turn.
Bayless?
Now.
I suppose I should thank you.
Go!
Green. Good breath. Yeah, breath. Focus on Emma so gets police and himself.
Thank you very much. There! Are you alright?
Thanks!
Okay. Arcus
Here
activate.
for Reen.
I'll handle this.
Establish the link. And a normal attack.
Now!
I got you.
Here we go!
Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Oh. Tira
Arcus,
focusing on
activate.
himself.
Now.
Thanks!
Ooh, wrong target.
Ha!
My bad. That's. Oh, and there goes
Impossible.
It's my turn.
Yusuf. Fortunately, it police
Arcus
are
activate.
also has Bayless.
I suppose I should thank you.
Are you alright?
Thanks! My turn!
It's my turn.
Alright. Tira on
Arcus
Yusuf.
activate. Now.
I suppose I should thank you.
Right.
Set the link.
Fire.
My turn.
Lammy, barrier. Thanks.
My turn!
Is that just the defense up?
Right back at you. It's my turn. I can do this.
Hard to tell.
I'll handle this.
Right back at you.
Here we go!
Blow 'em away. It's my turn.
Alright.
Arcus
Tira on
activate.
Reen.
It's my turn. Arcus activate.
Earth Pulse on
Very
Reen as
well.
Attack.
Now.
Thanks! Go!
Or the here on Elisa.
Huh? Thanks.
Lammy, barrier! Thanks!
Very well.
Soul War.
Okay.
How about a normal attack?
Right.
Heat
Arcus
wave.
activate.
Here we go!
Huh?
Right.
Very well.
Good progress. Rapid thrust. Ah,
My
nice
turn.
try. Yeah, it's the S break. That.
Here. Right. Fire.
Flames, gather on my blade! Strike!
Almost down.
I'll handle this.
Yeah, just under 2,000 HP left. Got this.
Get him.
And
I can do this.
down again.
Arcus activate. It's my turn. Yeah.
I suppose I should thank you.
Here we go!
Oh, that's not
It's
the
my
one I
turn.
wanted to press. Yeah. Blessed arrow.
Hang in there. Thank you very much.
And uses the
Okay,
limit.
thank you very much. It's my turn.
You're in pretty serious trouble. Kira?
This is nothing.
Soul Blur.
Yeah.
I suppose I should thank you. Yeah. My turn.
Great. A little bit more.
Go!
Rain should be able to finish this.
Guess I let my guard down.
We'll cut our own path!
Phew. That was pretty tough. Hey, level up Farine.
I did it!
Wow, you guys are pretty tough. Yep, looks like you'll be great for the job, all right.
We've had quite enough of your wild chases and your games.
You were the one who attacked both of those military facilities, weren't you?
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
What can I say to make you believe me?
Just tell us what you can. Anything you know that might help us find out who is actually responsible.
You said you wanted our help? If helping you would restore peace to the Highlands, we're ready to help out however we can. But you have to talk to us. Help us understand what's happening.
Come on, you two.
I hope you don't come to regret your naivete.
You said your name was Milliam, right? We really don't have much time. So could you tell us what it is you want our help with?
Well, what I want you to help me with is capturing the small armed group responsible for attacking the Watchtower and the Republican Army's base.
What did you just say?
You saw those mortars earlier, right? There's a bunch more hidden near the Republican Army's base. I'm guessing it was the same group that set them up at both locations.
Wait.
Do you have any idea who this armed group might be?
Well, I'm not 100% sure or anything. But they look like a bunch of Jaeger dropouts, so I'm guessing they're working for a pretty meaty chunk of Mira. I was on my way to go find out for sure.
Wait, then...
You know where they are?
Sure do. They're up in the north of the Highlands.
Hey, be able to take care of that last quest along the way.
If you promise to help me out, I'd be happy to show you the way. So, how about it?
All right, you have our aid. I'm Reen Schwarzer, Thor's Military Academy, Class 7.
Gaius Wurzel.
I'm Elisa Reinford. It's, nice to meet you.
My name is Emma Milstein. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. And just so you know, you still have much to answer for regarding your intrusion into Auroch's fort.
You knew that was us, huh? It'd be super cool if we could just, put that whole thing behind us for the time being.
If we must.
Now.
Nice to meet you all, too. Anyway, what are we just hanging around here for? Let's make for the north of the Highlands.
All right, but I'd like to swing by the settlement first.
Yeah, we should use their telephone to report back to Zendergate about everything we found out so far.
Okay, let's get going then. Oh, yeah. Are you going to be riding on the back of your... thing?
Well, I could. But I think I'm gonna ride on the back of your horse instead.
Wait, what?
Lammy!
Whoa! It vanished.
And the way it did so seems familiar somehow.
Come on, are we going or not? Let's go catch us some big bad wannabe Jaegers!
And Milliam joined the party. For reasons unknown, she's carrying an Arcus unit and is capable of forming combat links with the other party members. Now let's check it out. Fully opened. Master Quartz is I'd make reference, but it's pretty obvious. It's the Aegis. Collect magic damage and gain immunity against the physical damage. Defense 2. Tira. Grand Press. Hydro Cannon. Silverthorn and Attack 2. Nort's Needle Shoot, Grand Press, Hydro Cannon, Silverthorn, Earth Pulse, Lacrest, and Tira. Right. time, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night. Thursday, continued with the Trails of Cold Steel up to the Northern Highlands. Finish last field study task and take care of everything regarding this latest plot development. See you guys then. Later.